Soda Squad back with another video. I see in the title what's going on. Definitely, you already know, had to, react to this video. I am unfortunately getting messed with again. Not on cap with the whole YouTube thing. It said I gained this. It's crazy because I've never gotten this low, and I actually got sent the email yesterday. I need to check my email again, but YouTube has sent over an actual person, pretty sure they call it some type of manager, to help in any questions I have. So I'm gonna be communicating with him, and we have a voice call that we'll be doing as well, because it's a lot of stuff that I want to know and figure out and helping. And I'm glad they're doing this now, with creators that's having trouble with their account. But it said I gained four subscribers yesterday, and four a day before, and it's never been that low. And I know, but it's never been that low, and it's odd to me. It's very odd. It's gaining 4 subscribers out of the 100,000, 200, 300,000 views that I get in 48 hours, 24 hours. You gain 4. I don't know, a little odd, but you already know. Make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get a video.
Now that we did yesterday's episode on the expansive E. Jean Carroll versus Trump case in New York, we can do some backfill on the details. And in this episode, I'm going to show you how Alina Habba has basically made the case already and has already proven to limit the damages against Trump. That's what this is about, not whether if he's guilty or innocent, but how much money he has to pay. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug TenNapel. This is where the happy patriots are. I welcome you in this community. Trump to attend mother-in-law's funeral will miss E. Jean Carroll trial after nasty judge refuses to delay. That's today's news. He is not able to go to this trial. If he needs to testify, he'll testify on Monday. They're saying he doesn't need to be there, which is silly. He is the only defendant named in the trial. Trump knocks judge for not delaying E. Jean Carroll trial for Melania's mother's funeral. And Trump blasts judge for denying the trial delay for the mother-in-law funeral. If Melania Trump is supposed to speak at this funeral, if we do that, we'll do a video on that. So make sure that you subscribe, guys. That's all I ask, is throw me a little bone. I'm here to put on a show, and I'd love to have you in the audience. Judge threatens to throw Trump out of the E. Jean Carroll defamation trial. He's smart enough for the judge. Here he is at the beginning of the trial last year.
This would not be your first choice. You were referring to her physical looks, correct?
Just the overall. I look at her, I see her, I hear what she says, whatever. You wouldn't be a choice of mine either, to be honest with you. I hope you're not insulted. I would not, under any circumstances, have any interest in you. I'm honest when I say it. I would not have any interest.
He's saying E. Jean Carroll's not his type. Let's take a closer look at E. Jean Carroll, who names the mice in her house.
She remind me of like Pelosi or something. Like, I don't know. It's a little odd.
Some very distinguished mice live here. Kahneman lives in the kitchen.
And then she names her dogs filthy names.
And she looked like y'all ever seen this show called it's called Schitt's Creek. SC. Yeah, it's a SC. Shish. Like Schitt's Creek. Pretty sure that's what the show is called. She remind me of the lady that playing. What else does she play in? I'm trying to think on what else she plays in. She plays the mother in Home Alone. That's what she remind me of. If y'all watched Home Alone, the first one, and she's in the first one, the second one. Pretty sure. I think they got 4, but the last 2 it was different kids. But I'm pretty sure the same lady that's in Schitt's Creek is. I promise you to, I'm not cussing. That's what the show is called. But I'm pretty sure that's the mother, if I'm not mistaken.
On the door are the list of my dogs: Heidi, Tits, Bloody, and Hepburn.
I've been around eccentric artists my whole life, and E. Jean Carroll takes the cake of lunatic. She also named her cat Vagina.
And then after I got done painting the rocks, I just sort of walked over here and then did that tree and then did that.
Well, I guess that do make sense if you think about it. It makes sense a little bit, but that's an odd name to name your cat, though. That is an odd name, and like a...
that tree, and then I did this.
Definitely not Trump's type. And then here's Habba nailing her in court. Habba then pressed Carroll if her reputation is better now after going after Trump. Quote, "No, my status was lowered," Carroll responded. "I'm partaking in this trial to bring my old reputation and status back." She doesn't want her old salary back because she's only gaining money in going after Trump. When asked if she sued Trump to bring her reputation back, Carroll replied, "Yeah." Carroll confirmed she had around 10,500 followers on Twitter in 2017 and now has more than 282,000 followers for the social media platform. One of Carroll's posts after the verdict last year, quote, "Ladies, I may have a word with you. We won," garnered more than 3.9 million views. And in this economy, views are money. Habba also questioned Carroll about sexually explicit tweets she posted in the years before 2019, which remain on her public account. Not all the tweets came into the evidence, as Judge Lewis Kaplan, Democrat, sustained some objections from Carroll's attorney, arguing the social media posts were not relevant. Here's some of the posts they won't allow them to show in court. E. Jean Carroll, "In bed, would you rather be called normal or unusual?" E. Jean Carroll, "Sex tip I learned from my dog. When in heat, chase the male until he collapses with exhaustion, then jump him." Again, doesn't seem like Trump's type. Here's Trump with red marks on his hands. Donald Trump's hand, red marks, spark accusations on social media. What are the mysterious red marks on Trump's hand? 4 reasons for the mysterious red marks on Trump's hands. It's from a dermatologist. Here's Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski on MSNBC offering zero help.
Like Donald Trump has his hands are bleeding. Looks like he has a sore.
Magic marker?
No, is it magic marker? Because it looks like he has a sore on his index finger there.
Haven't you people ever heard of Flamin' Hot Cheetos, you elite snobs?
There was a point in time during the day where
I was
Trump,
snacking some chips.
very frustrated with Judge Kaplan, banged his hands down on the table. I doubt that
Like
the
a
blisters or marks
child,
that we're
you
seeing
mean?
there come from that, but could they be exacerbated by that? Perhaps.
Perhaps not. Here's Senator Brad Hoylman. When they passed the law to expand the statute.
And if y'all see me moving a lot, it's because I have a really bad pinched nerve in my upper right side a little bit. So I'm sorry.
Statute of limitations to allow 1 year where alleged victims can go back and sue. Notice who he added in Twitter, E. Jean Carroll. That's because she was behind that law as seen in this clip.
Jean actually helped to get that law passed. It passed last year. We filed.
That law passed. It passed last year. It passed last year.
That law passed because of E. Jean Carroll. They planned this against Trump, and that has to be illegal and thrown out at a higher court. Here's the only image you'll get from the court case. There's no photography allowed. There's the judge at the top, Trump on the left, Alina Habba arguing, and that's E. Jean Carroll in the witness stand. Trump lawyer presses Carroll on income increasing in years since she filed the first lawsuit. This is what is establishing that E. Jean Carroll has only benefited by going after Trump, and that's why she did it. She was quiet up until her career was down and her book sales weren't there. We're going to get to that. Hold tight. Trump attorney Alina Habba is questioning E. Jean Carroll about her income before and after her 2019 book that contained the sexual assault allegations involving Trump. Habba asked Carroll about her income today, and she said she makes about $100,000 from Substack posts, an online publishing platform, and some income from her books. Habba then asked her to confirm. That's more than what she was making in 2018 at Elle magazine for her column. Alina Habba, who the left is writing all these articles about what a terrible lawyer she is, she's going right to the heart of the matter. How much money did you make then versus how much money do you make now after the Trump allegation, proving that she's doing fine and making money off of it. So she's not this person who had a career destroyed by Trump. The opposite happened. Her career was made by her accusations against Trump. Carroll has testified she made $60,000 at Elle magazine before she left in 2019, though she has said she made as much as $400,000 in 1 year at her peak in the 90s. That actually proves that her career is on the mass decline from the 90s. Habba's line of questioning focuses on the idea that Carroll's once lucrative career fizzled by 2018. And that's when she decided to write a book, including the Trump allegations. And her book wouldn't even sell until she brought up and publicized that allegation. Jean Carroll admits she told Trump stories because her, quote, book was not selling, unquote. That's from her. She said that. Confirms George Conway, that's Kellyanne Conway's Democrat husband she just divorced, convinced her to sue. So this is all inside gross Democrat apparatchiks manipulating the courts against Trump. This is corruption. This is not a blind, impartial law. During the questioning, Carroll also let slip that she embarked upon a media tour about her story about the 45th president because, quote, journalists wanted to hear about President Trump, unquote, she added. Quote, I saw that the book was not selling, so I tried to talk about it, unquote. That's it. Even her book that has the story in it didn't sell until she marketed Trump. Then the money came in. Bizarro advice columnist and ERP fantasist E. Jean Carroll has admitted that former husband to Kellyanne Conway, George Conway, convinced her to sue President Donald J. Trump following a meeting at a party hosted by far-left columnist Molly Jong Fast. The claim, now confirmed by Carroll, was initially reported in April of 2023. Wait till you hear where this party was set at by all these secret smoky room deal Democrats. It's at comedian Kathy Griffin's house. But first, in addition to Carroll's admission over the far left plot against Trump, she also disclosed, under questioning by her own counsel, that she told friends and colleagues she was only, despite the president's denials over sexually abusing her in a Bergdorf Goodman changing room in the mid-90s. Just remember that word, Bergdorf Goodman changing room.
The crazy thing is that I'll be watching all these videos and like gaining insight and trying not to interrupt and stuff like that, but it's just like, it's so many people that is willing to tear this man down. It confuses me because it's like, it's so sad that there's so many Americans out here that complain about everything that's going on right now. And we ain't even gonna go back and say that, when he was in office, that nobody was complaining. We know the answer to that. But everybody's complaining right now, but it's a lot of people, those Americans that's complaining about everything right now, that is going against Trump. And it's crazy to me because it's like, bruh, like, he's literally, and has already, like I said, we ain't going back in the past. We're trying to move in the future, but, you know, and what's going on in the present. But my thing is y'all see what he's saying. Y'all see what he's about. Y'all see what he can do. What is people not getting? You know, and that's what I feel like what frustrates me. They try to tear this man down, and it's a lot. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of people that, you know, is definitely understanding what Trump is about and is backing him up and on his side. So.
Bergdorf changing room. Now watch this. She was a big fan of Law and Order. Listen carefully.
And it was not her fantasy, it was mine. Okay. Yeah. Role play took place in the dressing room of Bergdorf's. While she was trying on lingerie, I would burst.
It's about a lawyer who had a fantasy that took place in a changing room in Bergdorf's, which is what E. Jean Carroll is claiming against Trump while she was trying on lingerie, that someone busts in and assaults them. And that's this lawyer's fantasy in an episode of Law and Order. The details are a little too specific. There it is, Bergdorf Goodman. I want you to just
that's right there in front
remember
of you,
that. This lady took the story from Law and Order.
Law and Order.
So she's also a plagiarist, just like Joe Biden, just like President Claudine Gay of Harvard. They're all plagiarists. She is now seeking further damages from President Trump for his continuing insistence that her story, oddly similar to a plot line from the TV show Law and Order, never happened. So now I just want to put this all together for you. All this took place at a party at Kathy Griffin's house, the comedian. For those of you who don't remember this redheaded, crazy anti-Trump lunatic, she's the one that did the artwork holding up Trump's bloody
That is wild, bro.
decapitated head that she thought was funny and posted it on Twitter. These are the people behind this case. In conclusion, I believe this shows that Trump
I
is
don't even know
being
she did all of
hunted
that.
by lunatics and hardcore Democrats that change the law, tell lies that they stole from a Law and Order episode by a mentally unhinged woman who is making money off her story and proved to be making money by Alina Habba in court. My only question is, will this Democrat jury go easy on Trump? Are you crazy?
I don't know, y'all. I feel like it, like I said, it's so many people that complain about everything that's going on right now. And at first, well, from what I seen last year, it was a lot of people that was on Biden's side. Don't get me wrong. It was a lot of people. And everybody gonna be like, what people? It was a lot of people. You know, I know for a fact because I just started getting into these videos, and those people will talk crazy to me and say different things and, oh, you getting brainwashed and you getting this and, you know, and unsubscribing and also it was a good amount of people. But there's a great amount of people, you know, that's supporting Trump as well, you know. But now I look at the fact that what Biden from last year, what I seen and what's going on with the Democrats is a lot is changing. And y'all know what I mean by that. I can't say too much, but a lot is definitely changing. It's definitely changing, and I think a lot of people's thoughts are changing. I just said in plenty of my videos that, and it's sad, you know. It's a lot of and what's crazy to me is a lot of, you know, black folks that, you know, and YouTube. I'm black. Let me say it. Black folks that, you know, isn't going, you know, for that. And there is a lot of black folks that's actually paying attention, you know, that's actually seeing what's going on. I wish a lot more people, and it's not really about color, it's just about the main thing of, I see so many, you know, myself, you know, I'm obviously around, my family and friends and stuff like that, and a lot is starting to notice a lot that is going on. And I done seen plenty of arguments, plenty of TikToks and such of different artists, music artists, sports players that literally are starting to realize now of what's really going on and realize what Biden is about. Realize what Trump is about, realize what you know, and it makes me happy because it's like people are starting to pay attention, and I feel like that's the main thing. You want to pay attention and you want to realize what's really going on, because that's the main thing. Last year I wasn't really into it like I should have been, but I got into it a little bit. It's good to know this information. It's a lot of people that, man, you need to get away from this and get back to music, but I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to ignore something that we have a problem with right now. I feel like that's the main thing. You know, you don't want to ignore stuff that, you know, we obviously have a problem. We got to come together. You know, we got to come together and realize what's real, because it's a lot of stuff that, you know, we are going through. It's a lot of stuff that we're definitely going through as a whole, as the United States of America. And we got to realize that something has to change, and people, you know, willing to change, and you got to come together. You got to figure something out. That's why I love to hear what others have to say. It don't matter, you on the right, you on the left, you there. I want to know what you got to say, you know, and what your issue. I feel like it's important, instead of arguing, instead of fighting. I feel like that's something important, because coming this year, you already know what's going down. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Catch y'all next one.